So we're here to launch the SPAR cross-country experience, and we're joined by Mick, Clohisey and Healy, two of our finest cross-country runners, and we're literally here on the start of the cross-country course, guys, and for both of you, cross-country was the start of you guys getting involved and enjoying running, which is kind of why we're here today. So Mick, you started off kind of in St. Paul's and Raheny as part of a team there.
Yeah, so my first introduction to cross-country would have been back when I was in first year in St. Paul's College Raheny. I would have ran on some cross-country teams. I think I was on the B team in St. Paul's for my first run out. I would have had the football boots on, and I was a footballer at the time. But from there,
cross-country
star, exactly. Yeah. And from there on, I suppose I got my love for cross-country running. I remember on many trips with the school going down to the Curragh camp and different places, and all the different weather and terrains you'd have to come across. And from there I joined Raheny Shamrocks, and that's how I kind of my first exposure to cross-country. And I would have ran on a lot of cross-country teams with Raheny underage. We had quite a strong team, and the team element in cross-country was great. And then I made a few Irish cross-country teams. As I made a junior and then under 23 and senior, and that was the basis for my running career. And I mean, I still run cross-country when I can in between marathons. It's a lovely break from the marathon running on the roads to back on the grass and the softer surface, and forgetting about the watch and just the pure simplicity of cross-country running. So
and that's where you started, Sarah, as well, that simplicity. Holy Child Clohisey in Blackrock, running on the grass, and you've also run in a bit of mud in Waterford. You won the All-Ireland Schools Cross-Country Championships on the mud there, pretty much on the side of a hill, so it's a bit of a waltz as well going around.
Cross-country was like the first type of racing I ever did, and I think I did my first All-Ireland when I was probably like 10 in the Curragh as well. And I used to way prefer the
football boots or hockey shoes?
No, I think I wore spikes my first time, but
good start.
So that was I was
Girls
doing
are
well.
Always more prepared.
But and I remember I was wearing so many layers even for the race. I didn't take them off because I was so cold. But I really enjoyed it, and then I was on a few teams in Blackrock, we did pretty well. And then when I got to school, for the first couple of years I would have a team, and I went to all the schools all Ireland, and it's taken me to loads of different places, and like some not so nice, like Waterford on the side of a hill,
but still great. And that's kind of the beauty of cross country, is the different terrains, the hills, ups and downs, and
there's so many different, especially in Ireland as well. Like, I mean, the conditions can change so much, so you could have a good dry course with some good fast running, or then you could have, after a heavy week's rain, conditions are totally different, and the whole race has changed and everything. So you have to be prepared and have your different length of spikes, which
and you've run here. This is the Sport Ireland National Sports Campus, and the national. This is stable now. This is the national cross country course. You ran it the week after, a couple of weeks after the Dublin Marathon, and it holds up pretty well here.
This is a really, really good course. It's it's got a bit of everything. There's some lovely stretches of running behind us there, and then around the back we have a few twisty turny, a few drags up and down, which is good. It makes it interesting, and it does hold up well. I know there's sand-based parts of it, and it's good. Spectators can get around to different parts. There's different pockets of it.
And we're literally on the start line now.
On the start line here, and it's a lovely expanse there at the start. And it's a great location, and it's pure cross country running the way we know it here in Ireland, and it's going to be great having the Euro cross country coming here as well.
The SPAR European Cross, and Sarah, you'll be gunning for that again. You won the national under 20 race here last year, and then went on. It was in Tilburg last year, wasn't it? And then it'll be Lisbon, but of course then here is going to be, you'll still be an under 20 in 2 years' time. How exciting is that you're going to be running here on this very course in 2020, all going well.
I know. I'm so excited for it already, even though there's still a bit to go. But definitely, I ran the national juniors here last year, and that was great. And then obviously onto Tilburg, and I had a lot of fun there. But I just can't. I think having it in Ireland would just be even 10 times better, and having just all the support from Ireland. So definitely looking forward to hopefully running here in 2 years' time. That'll be my last race probably ever under 20, so hopefully I'll be here.
Only the start.
And as a team, exactly, only the start, fingers crossed as well. But what do you feel like with cross country? Do you think at the moment probably you've had great success winning European medals on the track and stuff, but is this kind of, could you say cross country is your home, and maybe even less pressure? It's more enjoyable running on the cross country than on the road. You've done 1 or 2 road races as well, but
yeah, no, I'd say that I really enjoy the cross country. I think in the winter you're definitely looking for something to like break up your training. I'd be bored personally if I didn't have like races, and definitely I think sometimes on the track it's easy to kind of get caught up in the times, like the time of every lap and every race and every session. So I think in cross country the way that just doesn't matter at all, and kind of anything can happen on the day. Like that's what makes it so great, and obviously the team aspect as well is something that you don't really have on the track. So yeah, I'd say that I really enjoy it, and like have no plans to stop running cross country anytime soon.
Yeah, do the teams as well. And Mick, yeah, similarly, you've done a lot of the cross country, but we had an interview in the Irish Times in terms of your lifestyle now, just how you go about your day. You're a running coach as well as obviously taking in running at a high level. So
yeah,
talk us through that briefly. Of a nice structured day.
Yeah, but every day is kind of different. So a few days a week I'm doing corporate coaching at lunchtime down in Irish Town with some of the companies, so we do an interval session with them. So I suppose in my mornings I have a bit of time to get my own training in.
You run around 100 miles a week?
Varies. I'll want to be in the next few weeks anyway, ahead of the marathon. But yeah, no, I've been consistently running through the year. I do a lot of racing, so I'm racing every couple of weeks, so I'd be working around that. But yeah, during the week I'll have my corporate coaching some lunch times. I'll cycle down to Irish Town, I'm not too far, and then in the evenings I have coaching locally in Healy with my group. I have a Thursday morning session as well, and then I'm working my own training around. I might be on the track, I'll be up Phoenix Park for my marathon type longer training, so I have a lot of flexibility. So yeah, it varies. It's nice balance. And I do a bit of online coaching as well, of helping people, a lot of them towards the marathon stuff, but people running cross country as well, and it's a good mix and also a good distraction from my own training, and it's great helping other people. And
do you find that that's athlete lifestyle and coaching stuff kind of suits your personality? You like music and different things? And
yeah, I suppose, and I like being, meeting people as well, and it's great, especially my local group. Say on a Tuesday evening I might have 20 to 30 odd people, and it's a great buzz, and it's great. I suppose it's nice as well, me just not having to do all the running all the time, so I can kind of watch from afar, and I suppose I might have trained already that day, so it's nice to chill out and watch. But it's also you have to be tuned in, and you're helping people, and it is enjoyable, and what I do enjoy is just seeing people improving and enjoying their running. And I suppose my approach is trying to bring it back to simple approach to it, and not having it too complicated, and because these days, as we know, there's so much information, and it's just trying to show people that with consistency and good the bread and butter training that I grew up on, that can work as well. But
and hopefully get them here on October 20th as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sarah, you're going to do just a little different of a direction. You never know, you might become a run coach as well, but you're transitioning now. You've just finished your leaving cert, probably still a little bit tired from Holy Child Clohisey. You're going to be going to UCD and studying law. So how's that? Exciting, daunting, and what do you think the changes will be in terms of your own kind of athlete lifestyle?
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's a little bit daunting, I suppose, but I'd say I'm more excited than nervous. But yeah, I think for me, my day-to-day life is definitely, it's definitely going to change. I'm going to be going to a different place, but I'm hoping that it'll be a bit easier, because in school it's definitely hard to fit in my training, and I would have to get changed in the car and try and fit it in before it got dark. So, and my mom would be pacing around the park waiting for me to come back. So I'm hoping that with college, my hours in college, it might suit my training, and I can maybe get some training in the morning and everything. So hopefully it might just make that balance a little bit easier. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so it'll be great. So, you'll hopefully be here anyway on October 20th. Any other reasons for inspiration, encouraging other runners to take part? Even your dad, Mick, anyways, Vinny is a runner, and a lot of your family run.
Yeah, my dad and my cousins and my uncle and all are big runners, and my wife Crona runs as well. She's not at the moment with the baby coming in a few weeks, but we might have another runner, please God, in the future. But I think for cross country as well, there's so many people running these days. There's such a boom in the running scene, as we can see, especially on the road racing scene. So I think with cross country, a lot of people haven't experienced it before, and they mightn't know as much about it. They hear about it, so I think this is great. The SPAR event is a great exposure for people to try cross country and
something different, isn't it?
Yeah, show how enjoyable it can be, and it's not you know, it's nothing daunting or anything about it, and it's nice, as I said, people don't have to worry about their watches and they can just go out and run, and then, you know, hopefully from there they might, you know, join a club then and see there's so many cross-country races through the season, and so this would be a good place to start as well out here in Abbottstown.
Yeah, so it's going to be 4K. Do you think you can get your mum out of the car and do the 4K on October 20th, Sarah, or your dad or anybody else in the family?
I might try again. I'd say my dad might be more of a challenge, but I think 4K is a great distance as well. Like, it's definitely manageable for most people, and it's not, you know, it's not overly long. I think it's still at that level where it's like enjoyable. And I think I personally would much rather run a cross country race than do a 4K or a 5K on the road, just because I think it's more exciting, and like, you can kind of just forget about everything else and just run, and like, I think that a lot of people would definitely surprise themselves, and like the course, they might like it or they might not, but I think it's just interesting to try something different than just kind of the normal, like, on the road. I think it's just more exciting on the cross country.
Yeah. It's a good change from the road, and it's also good training for everybody as well if they are doing other stuff, you know. Cross country is the basis for everything, and it gives you great strength, and I think people could have good fun as well, racing with some of their friends or running in tandem with their friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, it should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be great, and we'll look forward to seeing everyone in October 20th, and hopefully see you guys there too.
Great stuff.
Thanks,
Phelan.